Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Danielle, and I'm excited to have you here today for Yoga Restore. So this class is all focused about finding balance, finding those times where you can relax and recharge in your busy day. So good for you for taking a little bit of time for yourself. You will not need any equipment other than a yoga mat for your practice today. However, we will be on hands and knees for part of the practice. So if you have tender knees, sometimes I recommend having maybe a towel or blanket folded up so you can set that under the knees, and I'll demonstrate that in a moment. So our theme for today's practice is the concept of balance. So I want you to reflect upon the idea of balance. Where can perhaps you find more balance between work and restorative activities, family, and different things that we juggle in life? So in the spirit and theme of balance, we will be doing some yoga balances as part of our gentle flow. But as always, I always encourage you to go at your own pace, try poses that work well for you. And if anything doesn't, go ahead and listen to your own body and work on poses that sound right for you today. Thank you again for joining me, and we're going to go ahead and relax on our mat. So go ahead and roll out your mat, and I'm going to invite you to come to a comfortable seated position, or if it is right for you, you may lie down for this first while. So at this point, you don't need to really watch the screen. You can gently close the eyes if that is right for you. And we're just going to take a moment to check in. So I'll go ahead and join you. I'm going to lay down on the mat with my knees bent, feet on the mat. So go ahead and find whatever position is good for you. And then I'm going to invite you to gently close the eyes and perhaps lay a hand or both hands on the belly or the chest. So go ahead and find this. We're going to take a few moments just to focus in on our breath. So go ahead and find whatever posture is comfortable for you and just take a few deep, slow breaths, breathing in through your nose and exhaling out. Again, in your own time, take a few deep, restorative breaths, breathing in and out. Begin to slow down your breathing and start to notice how the abdomen and the chest expand on the inhalation and slowly deflate down on your exhale. As you relax here and breathe for just a few moments, please know that there is nothing you need to do at this time except let the body relax and soften and fill the body with air, slowing down that breath. Perhaps take a moment to observe your physical body, noticing if there are any places where you might be holding on to tension. And just allow those places in the body to relax, soften, and be supported by the surface beneath you. Common areas that we hold tension or tightness can tend to be the neck, the shoulders, the hips. Allow the chest and abdomen to rise freely. Allow the belly to be soft. And if you notice during this check-in that your mind is racing from thing to thing, thought to thought, just notice and draw your attention back to the breath. Know that that is normal. Many times our body and brains are wired to multitask and think ahead all the time. But if you find that happening, just simply notice and return back to the breath. And reflect upon this concept of balance. If it seems right to you, I invite you at this time to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps this could be a word or a phrase. What would you like to gain? What would you like to focus on during your yoga practice for today? Perhaps set a word or phrase as your intention or mantra. And we will use this word or phrase to come back to during our gentle flow practice. Just take one or two more deep breaths here, letting that body sink down into the support beneath you. And then when you are ready, with this feeling of presence and mindfulness to this moment, we are going to begin our practice lying on our backs today. So if you are not there, I invite you to gently start to open your eyes whenever you're ready and make your way to lying on your back with your feet on the mat, knees bent. So we'll go ahead and give our low back a little bit of attention now. So once you get to your back, I invite you to hug the knees into the chest. Feel free to open the knees wide as much as you need to here to really make some space for the belly. And we're going to give our low back just a bit of attention, perhaps rocking side to side, really massaging the low back, the kidneys, the adrenal glands, taking that minute to just focus a little of tension on our spinal column and our back. Always feel free during your yoga practice to stretch in any way that feels good for the body. The asanas, the postures that I suggest are merely that, they are suggestions. Good. From here, if you'd like, you can hold the knees at the chest for a few moments longer, or you can try a wonderful restorative pose called Happy Baby. So for Happy Baby, you're gonna let the feet come up towards the sky, and then you can bend the knees as much as you'd like to here, holding onto your ankles or perhaps the outsides of your feet or heels, and you can even rock a little from side to side. These beginning poses are very passive. They are not active poses that need a lot of effort. So find what's comfortable for you and just make sure to breathe. See if there's anywhere you can relax in your posture, maybe relaxing the jaw or the low back. Good. Breathe and let go. Awesome. From here, we'll let Happy Baby go, and our last movement on our back will be windshield wipers with the knees. So depending on how tight your hips are, there are several ways you can do this. You can start with your feet on the mat, and I like to have my feet a little wider than my hips here. Hands just resting by my sides, and then I take a big inhale. Exhale, allow the knees to fall over to one side. Inhale up, center, and then exhale, other side. So you can do this at your pace and your breath. If your hips are extra tight today, my suggestion for you might be bringing those knees up off of the feet off of the ground, and then letting the knees fall right and left in that way. Knees do not have to touch the mat. We're just looking for a little bit of a stretch in the glute area, the outside of the hip, all of these areas, the IT band. So just take a moment and let those knees fall side to side at your own pace. Maybe timing this with your breath. Just letting things relax and settle. Good, we'll go ahead and do maybe one more windshield wiper to each side. Letting those knees fall down gently with breath. And then next time you roll over onto one side, you can stay there, taking the upper body with you this time. And then taking maybe one more big inhale and exhale, just really giving yourself this mindful break. We'll start to use our hands to push ourselves up into a comfortable seated position with our legs out in front. So I will face you here. No matter which way your mat is, I'd like you to take your feet a little wider than hip width apart and flex your feet. From here, we're gonna sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna start to wake up not only our core, but our calves and hamstrings with a fun movement that I call stirring the pot. So we're gonna take our hands out in front, clasp your hands together. Remember to breathe deep and smooth, and we're gonna slowly reach towards one foot, other foot, and then slowly use our abs and core to come back like we're stirring a giant pot. So you can do this again with your breath as slow as you would like. I'll show you from the side. So we're stirring. We're using our abs and core here to stabilize us as we go into this lovely stirring movement. So go ahead and see if this is good for your body today. If you find a tight spot you'd like to hold and stretch, just go for it. We'll do a couple more rounds and then we'll just change direction with our circle here. Good. Whenever you're ready, you can just change the direction of your circle. Play around with if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, maybe touching the toes or holding. Feel free to move your head and neck here. Really just working out some of the kinks in the upper body, as well as working the core and waking up our legs. Just enjoy and relax, really kind of dropping in to the body, being present with your physical sensations as you practice your asana. So maybe one or two more circles here. Awesome. And then I invite you next time you come around, just let the body very gently fold forward. So this doesn't have to be a very deep stretch at this point, and you can even add a bit of movement if you like. Sometimes a very gentle sway from side to side, I find gets into the back, the lumbar area a little bit more. So just take a minute and see what works best for you. Good. Very nice. Let's take one more breath in our fold here. And let it go. Thinking about finding that sense of balance. We're going to go into Varmanasana, or tabletop hands and knees position now. So if you do have gentle knees, as I mentioned, you can make a little fold in your mat to cushion the knees, or perhaps you can use a towel or folded blanket and just set it under your knees. It's not required, but remember this practice really is about your comfort. So once you get to your tabletop position, we're gonna go into some lovely cat and cow stretches. So let's go right into it. Inhale, arch one way. And exhale, lower. We'll do this a few more times with your breath. Inhale, arch. And exhale, lower. Good, couple more times. Inhale, arch. And exhale, lower. Really good. Maybe go into one more round, just kind of working through any tight spots in your spine. Good, next time you come to a nice neutral spine, you can stay there. From here, we're gonna start to wake up our abs and core here with just a little bit of balancing, and we're gonna try a little brain teaser here today with this. So go ahead and kick your right leg out behind you and take a moment to maybe wiggle the toes, circle the ankle. Great. And then we're going to take our left hand out. So we've got this nice opposition going. We really want to reach, reach, reach here. And we're going to take knee to chest a few times. So let's go ahead and bring knee to chest. Big inhale in, exhale out. Let's try that a few more times. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Good. Inhale in, exhale out. One more time. Inhale in and exhale out. Good. Now we're going to try a little balance component here, and I'll show you from the side. You're going to take that right leg out to the right side, left arm out to the left. So hold. This is a little bit of strength here. We're here, right leg out, left arm out. It's a balance, and it's a little trickier than you might think. Big inhale. Exhale, return forward, tuck that right toe, and give yourself a calf stretch. Your left arm can come down. Good, so feel that lovely stretch there in the back of that leg, back of your calf. Good. Now we're gonna do one more thing to build a little heat in the body. We're gonna take that same right leg, we're going to bend at the knee, and then I want you to very gently pump that knee up. So this is a little bit of an exercise for our abs and core as well. You want to keep your core engaged to help stabilize that balance. And let's just pump up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to invite you to 1, just hold here. For my more experienced yogis who want to challenge, see if you can take that left hand, hold on to that right foot. Don't feel like you have to do this, just a little added balance component. Good, release that foot, back to our tabletop position. Let's stretch back in child's pose just for a moment. Take an inhale and exhale, let it go. And then we're going to do all of that to the left side, starting with cat and cow. So let's go right into it. Big breath in, brings you to that Varmanasana, tabletop pose. And then let's go ahead into cat and cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, lower. A few more times. Inhale, arch. And lower. Good. Reach. Lower. Last time. Big reach. And lower. Nicely done. Come back to that lovely neutral spine. And now let's go ahead and start to kick out our left leg. So we'll go ahead and kick that foot behind us, circle the ankle. Good. Awesome. And let's try that balance. Right hand reaches out. Good. Elbow and knee together. Here we go. In and reach. Good. 3 more times. Inhale, carve the belly in and reach out. In we go. And reach. Last time. In and reach. And let's try that balance. Right hand comes out to the right. Left leg comes out to the left. Excuse me. It does not have to go far. You may find, depending on your hips, depending on a lot of factors, it doesn't go as far on one side. That's okay. Good. All right. Hand and leg back down. And let's give our left calf a nice stretch. Tuck your toes, straighten that leg. There you go. Good. Nice calf stretch here. Really good. All right, let's go ahead and bend that knee, and we're gonna pump the heel up. Pump it up. Reach, good. Reach, reach. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go ahead for our Yogi Balance. Bend that knee, just hold on, or you're going to take your right hand and grab that foot. Good. Little opposition, hold here. Only if you feel like it. Good for working both sides of the brain. Good. Testing that balance, our theme. All right, good job, everyone. Let's go back into child's pose. Open those knees wide, stretch it back. Deep inhale and exhale, let go. I really encourage you to think about those variances between activity and stillness. In our slow, hatha style, restorative yoga, we hold the poses a little longer, we flow through gentle and slow, so really focus on the differences between letting go, being passive, and then moving through poses. All right, we're gonna go into downward facing dog pose to come up for our flow for today. So you can remove your padding if you had something there, and come into downward dog and just pedal out those feet. Good, nice big inhale. See if you can look up towards your belly button with your gaze. And then from here, I'm going to invite you to walk or hop up to a standing position at the top of your mat. Go ahead and make your way up. Good. And from here, we're just gonna stretch through the spine a few times. So we'll take a big inhale, swoop the arms up, come all the way up to standing. And then gentle back bend, upward tree pose at the top. Lean to one side. Big inhale, exhale, lean to the other side. And fold the arms down. Good, and just release, adjust as needed. Good. So we're gonna go into a gentle flow based around Surya Namaskar B, which is a really nice sun salutation sequence. It focuses more on chair pose, so nice and gentle, lots of leg stretches. So let's go ahead and come to the top of our mat. I will demonstrate from the side. And we're going to have feet hip width apart, and I want you to come into your chair pose. So send those hips back, bend the knees, reach it forward, abs are engaged. Good. From here, we're gonna go into chair pose twist. Hands are going to come together, palms at the heart. And I want you to twist to the right, just a nice gentle twist. There you go. And then we're just gonna try the other way. One more time, twist to the right when you are ready. And twist to the left. Last time, I invite you to twist to the right, and if you would like, gently open those arms, one hand reaching down towards earth, one reaching towards sky. Nice big inhale. And then switch, hands to the heart, switch to the other direction. Very nice, hands to heart center, big inhale up, and step your right leg back and find your warrior one. You're gonna ground that heel down, stand nice and tall. And here I invite you to press the shoulder blades together and bend at the elbows. So we're here, we're gonna take a big inhale, straighten the arms up. Exhale, drop those shoulders down. Two more times, big inhale up. Drop the shoulders down. One more time, inhale up. And drop the shoulders down. Lovely. Let's open the chest even a little more by taking hands behind the back. You can hold on to either wrist, thread the fingers together, or even do a prayer with the hands. I will show you right now. So find which variation you would like to take. Open that chest. Good. From here, we're going to release the bind of our hands behind our back, start to straighten that front leg, and fold the body forward for pyramid. Hands can be halfway down, or you can start to reach towards the floor. I'll show you from the side again. Good. So you can hang out right here, or if you want your added balance challenge today, we'll go into standing splits. So you're gonna bend that front knee, lift the back leg. Go wherever is comfortable for you. Good. If you're doing your half splits, go ahead and come back to pyramid. Awesome. And now from here, bend that front knee, come all the way back up to warrior one. Turn your back foot out in a 45-degree angle and make your way to warrior two. Front left knee is bent. Drop those shoulders down, let everything relax. Keep your feet right where they are. We're gonna go into side angle. Left arm down, right arm up, reach up towards the ceiling. That left hand can start to reach towards the floor or just keep it a bit higher if that's better for you today. If you'd like to extend the arm farther over into extended side angle, you may. Good. Breathe, slowly come back up to warrior two. I invite you at this time to flip your front palm, stretch the other way for reverse warrior. Good. Very nice. All right, from here, back to warrior two, we're going to go into Trekkonasana, triangle pose. So you're gonna start to straighten that front leg, slowly inch the arms down, look up towards your hand. Good. And again, everything can be modified to suit you. If you're more bendy, you can start to reach towards the floor. If you're not there yet, just keep it up nice and high. It's a great option. All right, for our flexibility segment, you can stay right here, or if you'd like to try it reverse triangle, a little bit deeper stretch, you're gonna take that top right arm up, bring it down towards the floor or on the leg, and turn your other arm up. So this is our revolved triangle. Just remember to breathe. And then just make your way back to your triangle pose when you're ready, all the way back up, back to warrior two. From here, I invite you to bring those hands to the heart and step back to the top of your mat. Just relax, let it all go. And we're just gonna do that another time. We're going to add those forward folds as we did the first time back in, and then just do those poses to the other side. So whenever you're ready, come on in. So we're gonna start, big inhale. Exhale, fold. This time we'll add a little halfway lift, hands to shins, just stretching our spine here. Exhale, lower. Big inhale brings you up. And hands to heart center. Very nice. Let's go into our chair pose. So feet about hip width apart. Find your chair pose. Reach out. Abs are in. Reach, reach, reach. Palms together at the heart. Let's start our twist, this time to the left. So we'll go left and right 2 times, and then we'll open the arms up towards the sky. Here we go, twist to your left. Center, and when you're ready, twist to the right. Good. One more time like this. Good. Twist and twist. Really nice. This time we're going to open. So you'll twist, reach one hand down, one hand up. Slowly come to center, palms together, and then make your way to the other side, almost imagining the hands are opening like a giant lotus flower. Beautiful. Nicely done. Slowly make your way back to center. Big inhale brings you up. And now let's step our left leg back, coming into warrior one on this side. Good, so right away, you can take your hands into the bind you would like to do. Good. Really nice. All right, let's go ahead and really quickly, I'm gonna face you just for a moment. Bend at the elbows. I just really want us to focus on dropping those shoulders here. We're still in warrior one. Take a big inhale, arms up, exhale, lower. One more big reach. Exhale, lower. And let's go into that lovely pyramid pose. So you're gonna start to straighten that front leg. Think of both feet as being on a track here, toes facing forward, and then hinge from the hips and start to come forward. Again, depending on your flexibility today, you might be able to touch the ground, or you may just keep it up at a 90-degree angle. That's fine. Very good. So just take a deep breath here. And if you would like, just like we did on side 2, you can go into half splits here. I'll show you this again. So we've got one foot forward, one back. You're in your pyramid and you lift one leg up. Only if you wish. There's always options you can do here. For those of you that are even more experienced, this is a great place to turn your half splits, or your standing splits rather, into half moon balance as well. We'll save that one for another day. That's a pretty active pose, but just know that is an option. All right, let's go ahead and bring that leg down. And then just start to come up to your warrior 2. So I'm demonstrating on the same side just so you can see me from the front, but you would have your left leg back. All right, let's go ahead into side angle. So your left arm will come up. Good. Find your side angle, your extended side angle here. Come on up, warrior 2, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. And big inhale, come to center, straighten the front leg. Let's go into triangle pose. Good. Look up towards that hand. You're doing great. Really notice the sensations in the body. Start to imagine those muscles. Everything is starting to unwind. The muscles, the fascia, all starting to unwind. If you'd like to, again, here you can do your revolve triangle. Again, completely optional. You're going to take your top arm down, opposite arm up. When you're ready, come right back to your triangle pose. Big inhale brings you back up, back to warrior 2. Hands to the heart, and I invite you to step to the top of your mat. And then I'll just face you here and just let it go. Just let the arms spiral around the body for a moment. Releasing any tension. Maybe take a moment to check in and notice how you feel, or return to your intention, your mantra that you set for your practice today. Good. From here, in the spirit of balance, we're going to do eagle pose just to really focus on our balance, and then we'll come down for some nice slow final stretches. So for eagle pose, if you know it, you can go right into it. I like to bring the feet together, pick your balance on one side. Let's say today that we are going to lift our right leg. So I like to start by crossing the right leg over the left, and then you're gonna have one arm under the other. I have my right arm, same one as the leg, underneath, and then palms meet in the middle. So this one is challenging to verbalize, so just do your best. From here, you're going to try to hook that leg around and then sit down. So I'll show you from the side as well. And so you can hear me, I'm kind of looking off to the side, but the arms should be right in front of the face. All right, hold to your eagle pose. I'll show you the other way. Yeah, do your best. One last breath in eagle pose. Focus your gaze maybe down on the floor. And when you're ready, unwind. Good job. Shake everything out. Nice and loose. And let's try that on the other side. So get your balance on your right leg, left leg on the toe. Cross it over. Left arm underneath, right, palms face together. And then gently try to cross that leg, sit down. Keep going, breathe. Try to take 2 breaths here. Good, last breath. And then slowly let everything unwind. Good job. Let's go ahead, everybody, and start to make our way down to all fours one more time. Just let the body hang and float. Come on down. And get yourself comfy in that tabletop position again. We're going to do a wonderful stretch for releasing tension in the shoulders and the back. This one's called thread the needle. So we're going to take our right arm out, thread it through so you can rest that right shoulder down on the mat. And then as I am demonstrating here, your head comes down to the mat. So I'll show you from the side as well. So you should not feel pressure in your head. There's a lot of options here. The main thing that we're looking for is really that opening and separation between the shoulder blades. If you'd like I'm demonstrating here, you can take your left arm towards the right side of the waist behind the back, just kind of opening up this stretch. So find your thread the needle and just take a couple breaths here. Always feel free to come out of things early if they don't feel comfortable for you. Good. All right, when you are ready, slowly, go ahead and start to come out of your thread the needle. To encourage and foster that sense of balance, we will of course do thread the needle on the other side, taking your left arm out, thread it through, rest that shoulder down, and find your thread the needle on this side. Take one last breath in your thread the needle. Good. And then when you're ready, start to unwind and gently sit down on your mat. Always remember it's completely appropriate. If you're thirsty, you can grab a drink of water. We're going to do seated pigeon. And we can translate that over into half lotus if that's good for your hips today. Great hip and glute stretch. And then from there, we're gonna make our way to our back for a final meditation. So great job today. All right, so from our comfortable seated position, I invite you to bring your feet out in front. And then from here, you're just going to allow the hands to rest back. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Good. And then from here, depending on your hip tightness, you're gonna start to bring the body forward. I like to take my left hand underneath of my left leg and gently press the chest forward. So for a lot of folks, this is already a fantastic glute and hip stretch. So you can just hang out here if that is for you. If you would like a little bit more here, we're going to go into our fire log or half lotus, which is where we stack one leg on top of the other, and we can gently come forward to our comfort level. So try either of these asanas and see which one works best for you, and just breathe. One last breath in your posture of choice. And then I'm going to invite you in your own time to switch sides. Coming back up, you're going to cross your ankle on your opposite knee and then find your seated pigeon or half lotus. Just enjoy. Remember that each stretch you need to hold for at least 7 seconds. Longer is better to receive the benefits of the stretch. So just be kind to yourself, ease into the stretch. and it will become easier with time. Big inhale and exhale, slowly start to come up. And at this time, I invite you to put on any layers, find a comfortable position. Typically, Shavasana is done lying on the back, letting go completely, but I do invite you to find a posture that works well for you if laying down is not comfortable. We're going to go into our meditation now just for a few moments to really absorb the benefits of our practice. So go ahead and find your final resting pose. Maybe close the eyes if that is right for you. And just allow the body to relax completely down into the support beneath you. Just take a few deep breaths here. And maybe scan the body from the top of the head down. And notice if there are any shifts, any changes from before your practice. Perhaps take a moment or two now in silence to repeat your mantra or phrase in your mind. Lastly, I invite you to take a moment and express gratitude to yourself for showing up today for your practice. You may rest here in Shavasana for as long as you would like, or in your own time. I'm going to invite you to slowly start to make your way back to a comfortable seated position. You may open the eyes to a soft internal focus when you are ready. And then to conclude today's practice, I invite you to bring the palms together at the heart, bringing in all of that good, positive, calm, and balanced energy. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I wish you a balanced and peaceful rest of your day. Thank you so much. Namaste. Great job today, friends. I appreciate you. See you next time.